Hello, everyone. I'm Brent Huggins, a citizen of the Cherokee Nation, and today we're going to be having a discussion about HIV and AIDS in Indian country and how it impacts Native youth specifically. We are gathered with the National Native Youth Council on HIV and AIDS, and I am the chairman of this council. We've been together for about 2 years now, and we've been doing some really great work. So the council was created, and we seek to advocate, empower, and support Native youth in the area of HIV and AIDS. We're comprised of Native youth through a partnership with the Native Youth Sexual Health Network and the National Native American AIDS Prevention Center. We'd like to go around and introduce ourselves. Shay, would you like to go first?
Hi everyone, I'm Shay Trimble Norris. I'm a Guala Lakota. I'm currently residing in California.
And Alan?
Hi, my name is Alan Felix. I'm a member of the Confederate Salish and Kootenai tribe of Western Montana, and I currently live in Arlee.
And Kyosha?
Hi, my name is Kyosha Peter. I'm Daneth, living out in Albuquerque, New Mexico right now.
So we recently conducted a survey with Native youth around Indian country to gather their views and opinions on how HIV specifically impacts their lives every day. And so from that, we're going to have a discussion. And so our first question that we posed was, how much of a problem is HIV and AIDS in our communities?
So the problem with HIV and AIDS in my community is actually pretty high, just because I live in a more urbanized area, so it is pretty diverse culturally. So with the natives who may have contracted HIV, it is very high due to not just, sexual intercourse, but also because of drugs, which is also needle sharing. So my area, it is actually pretty high.
It's also high in my area. Within the past year, there has been 15 new cases on the reservation that I know of. And just like with Shay's community, it's through unprotected sex and needle sharing.
In my community, which consists of the entire Navajo Nation, it is definitely a problem because in the last 2 years there has been a drastic rise just within Navajo Nation in terms of epidemiology, and it's been slowly increasing, and again, needle sharing, unprotected sex, and through various different mediums as well.
What traditional messages about health and wellness can be used to support HIV prevention efforts?
One of the messages that I've heard is your body's sacred to your spirit. It's like if you take care of your body, you take care of your spirit.
Because I live such in an urban area, I haven't really heard much of traditional stories. But what I have heard as taking care of the body and whatnot is, if a couple decides to have sex and they happen to create a child, that to make sure that the male is always around, because not only they had sex, they're creating a life. Take care of the woman, because that woman is carrying the life, she's carrying the child. So it's just basically, common sense of be responsible to take care of, each other.
One of the things that has been used extensively across Indian country is the use of the medicine wheel, and a lot of Native nations utilize that as their central model, especially when talking about preventable diseases, and Navajo Nation uses that as well. But in terms of traditional knowledge, it's also key to know, what do we mean by tradition? How does that transfer over to someone who does live in an urban community?
Some of our partners with the Native Youth Sexual Health Network, they've created some really wonderful memes for the internet geared towards Native youth. This has been a really good discussion about what Native youth really think about HIV and AIDS in Indian country and how it really impacts our communities and the disparities that exist. So we all want to remind our Native youth,
Protect what is sacred.
get tested.
Know your status.